Hi, my name is Sky, and this is in response to G4TV.com's open source, basically a forum for the president of G4, Neal Tiles, to respond to fans. Also, way to go, Nuke Sonic, one of the forum members who was able to get all those questions in there. So, good question. Mr. Neal Tiles, sir, that was very well written. You know, basically open letter to the public that you've written explaining what's going on with G4, and man, that's very good stuff. It would take me a long time to write something as well put together and thought out and as thorough as what you put together. Um, there's, but the thing is, you really raised some important issues and some big concerns for me, and I think some other fans, because there's a couple of things that just really have me worried. Um, So just going over this, so some of the things you stated were G4 and TechTV before it has never been watched more than it is right now. Since shifting away from a all video game format, the network has realized huge ratings gains in web, voice on demand, and podcasting traffic, or video on demand and podcast traffic. We are in over 35 consecutive month, or we are in our 35th consecutive month of ratings growth. Parentheses, not sure if any other TV network can match that, and we have more video on demand and podcasting views than any other ad-supported cable network. So very good stuff right there. And I mean, I did some quick research, and Tech TV, which basically ran from 1998 to 2004, um, and based out of San Francisco. Let's see, was their main focus was computers, technology, and the internet. And at the height of its 6-year run, TechTV was broadcasted in 70 countries, reached 43 million households, and claimed 1.9 million unique visitors monthly to its website. And predominantly, a lot of its broadcasting was personality-driven, product reviews and the like. Um, Now, G4, let's see, is American cable satellite television channel. Originally geared towards males 12 to 34, devoted to the world of video games and video game lifestyle. More recently, the channel diverted to the focus to general interest programming that targets male viewers aged 17 to 36. This is all from Wikipedia, by the way. And launched 2002. Let's see, G4 is available in 62 million cable and satellite homes in the United States. So from 43 million Tech TV to 62 million with G4. So very good job, way to go. And I tried looking up Comcast, which is the parent company for G4, and I couldn't find anything. Let's see, but so some of the other things you said were most networks evolve and adapt in an effort to find the right business proposition that will allow them to succeed. FX started as an all-women's channel, and I'd say that not to be a nitpicker, but there's no reference to that in the Wikipedia. It just says that the first FX channel was launched in June 1st, 1984, broadcasting from a large apartment in Manhattan. FX ushered in a new era of interactive television, but did not exist long enough to see the eventual success of such interactivity. The network centered around original programming, broadcast live every day from the FX apartment, and rebroadcasts of kids' shows from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. FX had two taglines: TV made fresh daily, and the world's first living television network. So I think it's very interesting, because basically with the evolution of Tech TV and G4 TV, we're seeing basically the same model, the same of how the TV network is using the internet and using public interaction to appeal to a broader audience. Let's see. So FX started as an all-women's channel. ESPN2 was conceived to be a network for extreme sports. And something else, like, and how I mentioned with FX, I kind of remember that too. But ESPN2 was conceived to be a network for extreme sports. TNN, Spike's former self, originally stood for the Nashville Network prior to their shift. And let's see, for the Spike Network, that started in 1983 by Gaylord Entertainment Company and Group W Satellite Communications. And So right now it's a designed for an audience described as demographically as young adult males. Um, and let's see. And you later on pointed out that there's a huge female audience for Spike TV. Well, because there's CSI on there. Women seem to love CSI and the various male personalities on those programs. Let's see. So, but starting in 19 or so, TNN, Spike TV, the original thing started in 1983. Of course, it's going to change over time. I mean, especially since it's one of those lesser networks that gets bounced around a lot. So I mean, and yeah, you're basically putting forward a lot of good information and evidence supporting why G4 does what it does, and I suspected the same thing. So I appreciate good job. I hope it makes a lot of people just stop complaining about how we want things to be like the old days. You just can't. You have to basically just keep looking forward, evolving, and seeing how you can expand forward. So I can see why they put you in charge of G4, Mr. Neal Tiles. You know what you're doing, you know what you're saying. So, all right. So, truth was video game TV or video game only programming was not working. While all of you reading this certainly were passionate about the old G4, there simply was not enough of you watching to make video game only a sustainable, profitable business. And yeah, that's very true. That's just like anything else. Why is CBS canceling Jericho? Why? Because it's just not appealing. Why did Fox cancel Firefly? Because how it ran that program, it could not get across to the audience. Those who could watch it and enjoyed it, those who couldn't, just couldn't. So it's one of those things. Let's see. So Neal Tiles goes on to say, same for TechTV. It too struggled mightily, which, while before my time, may be the reason Vulcan Ventures, the previous owner of TechTV, sold it off. So Vulcan Ventures is now Vulcan Incorporated, and that was founded in 1986 by Paul Allen, who is a co-founder of Microsoft. And that company is to manage his investments. Because the other investments Paul Allen had was Charter Communications, which is an American company providing cable television, high-speed internet, and telephone services to more than 5.7 million customers in 29 states. It is the third largest publicly traded cable operator in the U.S. behind Comcast and Time Warner Cable. So yeah, I can see why he sold it off. Because you just couldn't compete with those larger networks. So, and then, but he's also managing like DreamWorks Animation, Rose City Radio Corporation, the Sporting News, a couple other programs. Let's see. Oh, and he even runs the Oxygen Network, or that was part of his franchises. He also owns Seattle Seahawks, Portland Trailblazers, Rose Garden Arena in Portland, Oregon, Seattle Cinema. I mean, just a ton of stuff. Project Halo, project funded by Vulcan Ventures, and that's a former DARPA program. So Project Halo is an attempt to apply artificial intelligence techniques to the problem of producing a digital Aristotle. So I mean, yeah, I can see why the guy sold off TechTV. It's just his plate was full. He had way too many other things going on.